What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, bringing you guys some more VGC 2019.
Incineroar!
Now, competitive Pokemon has been so boring for me lately that we were playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in VGC. I am challenging myself by using Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Pokemon in VGC because I have lost my mind. And if you guys don't believe me, check out my Twitter. I've been posting some pretty interesting things on there as of late. So as you can see by my team, we are using Mewtwo, Jigglypuff, Pikachu, and Greninja, all Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Pokemon in the roster. As my opponent today is using Tapu Koko, Incineroar, another Pokemon in the Smash Ultimate roster, Groupon, and Yveltal. So I'm calling Groudon Groupon because every time I type in Groudon on my phone corrects it to Groupon, and it's so frustrating. I can't be the only person who has that issue. Autocorrect really be giving me trust issues. It really does. So I'm going to be leading off with my Jigglypuff and my Mewtwo, two very godly Pokemon right next to each other. So my opponent's going to be leading off with the Tapu Koko and a Beast Ball and Incineroar. So how on earth did my opponent capture Tapu Koko in a Beast Ball? We're still trying to figure that out. Scientists are still trying to figure out how you captured a freaking low-ass capture rate legendary in a Beast Ball. Like, dear God, I would never be able to pull off such a feat. But hey, my opponent did it, so, you know, congrats to her, or him. I'm not going to judge the gender. Just because they're female in-game does not make them female IRL. Even though with their name Marissa, it could be a man. It could be a 30-year-old, you know, neck-beard man. You never know, man. You never know. So I'm actually going to pull a double switch here, expecting my opponent to go for Fake Out and an Electric Z move, or like just a Electro Web or Specs Thunderbolt. I don't know. So I bring in my Pikachu here, take a million from Fake Out because Pikachu is very frail. My opponent is going to go for the Electric Z move, so I'm like, oh, honey, that is not going to work because we're going to be able to absorb that yummy with the Lightning Rod. We're going to slurp that up. And my opponent is, you know, kind of useless here with the Tapu Koko because I can't really touch my Pikachu. But on the off chance it can, I'm actually going to pull a switch into my Jigglypuff to activate the front guard so my Pikachu is more bulky. My opponent's going to switch into his Groupon here to, you know, activate the Drought and pivot into the Electric type attack. Very smart pivot on my opponent's part, albeit it was kind of obvious to me. My opponent's going to go for the Grass Knot into my Pikachu, which does no damage because Pikachu is very light. I had the same idea. I go for the Grass Knot into the Groudon slot, expecting Groudon to come in, but since he has the Rendo Berry for whatever reason, he's going to be able to live, which is really disappointing. But hey, my opponent has the Rendo Berry, so she deserves to live there. My opponent's going to withdraw off the Tapu Koko here and bring out the Incineroar yet again to get, you know, some Fake Out pressure. And I figured my opponent was going to protect with the Groudon this turn to, you know, avoid the KO with the Grass Knot. It was so obvious. I was reading my opponent like a book in this battle. So I go for Helping Hand here, which goes before Protect. As you can see, Groudon does go for the Protect, and I predicted this. It was so obvious. So I go for the Thunderbolt into the Tapu Koko slot as he brings in Incineroar for Fake Out pressure. We're going to one-shot Incineroar with that Thunderbolt. Down goes the Furry Wrestler. See you next battle. Actually, no, my next opponent doesn't even bring Incineroar. Spoilers, but you know, I gotta give my opponent a pat on the back for that one. So in comes Yveltal. And Yveltal is actually going to just Sucker Punch my Pikachu, which I kind of forgot. I should have went for Ally Switch that turn. I didn't realize Yveltal carries Sucker Punch, even though I knew that too. I just forgot about it. My opponent's going to go for Precipice Blades here with his Groudon here. Hit my Jigglypuff, bring me down to 1 HP, which is fine because my opponent is sleeping on Jigglypuff. We have the Endeavor. We're going to Endeavor the Yveltal, bring him down to 1 HP, which is very, very nice. As now I'm going to bring out my Greninja here, and Greninja should be able to KO both Groudon and Yveltal. I'm going to go for the one button here, the Ally Switch, just to switch positions with my Greninja, so I can go for the Ice Beam and hit the Groudon, and so I can avoid Sucker Punch or Oblivion Wing with the Yveltal. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam into Groudon. We're going to knock out Groudon from that range of health. Down goes Groupon, aka Groudon, aka Groupon. As now my opponent's going to go for the Oblivion Wing into my Jigglypuff, or into my Greninja slot, but since we're going for the Ally Switch, the win button comes clutch. We're able to switch positions, and yeah, down goes Jigglypuff. A Jigglypuff, you know, got the Helping Hand off, I got the Endeavor off, and the Ally Switch. So Jigglypuff actually did so much work in this battle, and Jigglypuff actually carries my team throughout this entire video, as you'll see. So in comes Tapu Koko. I'm going to bring out my Mewtwo here, and since the Yveltal's at like 1 HP, I'm assuming my opponent's going to go for Sucker Punch again, because there's nothing else you can really do at this point. So here I make an odd flex play. Like, I'm just flexing on my opponent the entirety of the battle. I predict Sucker Punch, so I don't attack on my Mewtwo. My opponent's going to Thunderbolt my Mewtwo here, which doesn't do all that much damage because we were actually really, really bulky. We're going to fling, target my own Mewtwo, fling a Select Berry and a Mewtwo for very obvious reasons, as you guys see coming. We're going to consume our Select Berry. Yum, delicious. We're going to activate our weakness policy. And there's more to this. We're gonna go for the recycle. Yes, recycle weakness policy. I finally used it. All of you guys have been begging me to use it for like the past 8 years. We're finally using recycle weakness policy because it's super bad to use in singles because no one's going to attack you with a super effective move after you recycle weakness policy. So you have to use it yourself in double. So here we're gonna Shadow Sneak. We're not gonna Shadow Sneak our Mewtwo, which is normally the strategy behind this team. We're gonna Shadow Sneak Yveltal to avoid the Sucker Punch as down goes Yveltal. And yeah, the idea behind this set was to fling, get the Select Berry, recycle, then Shadow Sneak the following turn to outspeed Mewtwo, and then we have +4 Mewtwo. But now I'm gonna power swap into the Greninja, which is another odd flex play because I definitely didn't have to do that. Could have just went for Side Strike to knock out the Tapu Koko for sure, right? But instead, I just go for power swap into my Greninja so I can go for a Protean Ice Beam into the Tapu Koko slot, and that will easily knock out Tapu Koko because he's not assault vested. So down goes Tapu Koko, and we're able to defeat my opponent with a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate theme team. So that was really, really nice. But let's move on to the next battle. Alrighty, my second opponent today is actually packing a fun team for once.
NANI?
Yeah, I didn't think it was possible, but here we are. My opponent has Staraptor, Spinda, Dialga, and Tapu Bulu. So I'm like, oh shit. This is a Verless Fan Friday strategy, and I'm not appearing on no Fan Friday. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, Naruto-kun. We're not gonna allow you to become Hokage. We're going to destroy you with Super Smash Bros. Ultimates. My opponent's gonna lead off with Staraptor and the Spinda, both legit shinies, of course, as I'm gonna be leading off with my Lucario and my Jigglypuff. I was anticipating the Dialga to lead off because once I saw Spinda and Dialga, I knew it was gonna be skill swap contrary shenanigans, and Verlisify has ruined the word shenanigans for me. Whenever I hear shenanigans, I just think of him and I'm like, I'm so out of it today. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand here, trying to just KO the Spinda, but then my opponent goes for Final Gambit into my Lucario, and we're not Focus Sash, so we're going to get one shot, and I'm like, poo, so down goes Staraptor, and down goes my Lucario. So I'm like, what's the Spinda gonna do right now? Because, you know, currently, the Dialga's not up. My opponent's going to go for the Psychic Z move here with this Spinda, so I'm like, oh shit, is this Z Hypnosis? But no, it's going to increase his accuracy, gonna go for the Z Trick Room. So I did have the right idea there. He went for Z Trick Room so he can spam Hypnosis with the Spinda, kind of like how Musharna does in VGC 2018, or how it did it. I faced a few of those before. I'm gonna bring out my Mewtwo here as my opponent's gonna bring out his Dialga. So Naruto is bringing out the strategy right now. He's gonna bring out Dialga, and I am scared shitless right now because currently this thing's just gonna Draco Meteor to spam my team to death, and there's not much I can do about that. So I'm gonna go for Helping Hand here, though in hindsight I should have went for Ally Switch 100%. My opponent's gonna go for the Scale Swap here with this Spinda, targeting into his Dialga. Is going to exert pressure with the Spinda. It didn't say directly that the Dialga got Contrary, but we already know he got Contrary. He's gonna go for the Drop a Draco, and he's just going to take a million from that, though we do take it rather nicely because we are really defensive, but he's going to get a special attack boost thanks to Contrary. I go for Side Strike into the Dialga with Helping Hand, but since we barely have any special attack investment, it does nothing because Dialga is really, really bulky. And now we're gonna go for the Ally Switch here because the win button has to save us from this freaking cheese strat. Like, please! My opponent's gonna go for Hypnosis into Jigglypuff slot, which is kind of funny. And now he's gonna go for the Overheat as well. So I'm like, Ally Switch didn't even work. No, he has Overheat too. And yeah, it's kind of for me, but something that I just realized is that, wait a minute, Jigglypuff's super slow. Like, it has 20 base speed, and it's slower than Dialga, even with max speed IV. So I can go for the Endeavor with 1 HP, hit Dialga to 1 HP. So I'm like, yes! But then he has the freaking Pinch Berry, and he's going to get all of the health back. And I'm like, And now he's going to go for Hypnosis into my Mewtwo, and now my Mewtwo's going to go right to sleep. And I'm like, God. Now he's going to Overheat here and target into my Jigglypuff, realizing it's the bigger threat in the situation, which it definitely is because of Endeavor spam. So I know it's kind of funny how Jigglypuff's a bigger threat than Mewtwo is in the situation it's in. So down goes Jigglypuff, and Mewtwo is fast asleep. And now Dialga's at +6 special attack thanks to freaking Contrary, Draco Meteor, and Overheat spam. So that's pretty bad for me. I'm going to bring out Greninja here. He's going to miss Hypnosis. I got really lucky with dodging Hypnosis considering he has an accuracy raise from Z Trick Room. So I got pretty lucky there. However, the luck is not going to save me because Splash Cannon will obliterate my Greninja. And we're going to actually wake up here and power swap all of those boosties off Dialga to my Mewtwo, and that Trick Room is going to wear out. So I'm like, yes, maybe I can win this game. I'm going to anticipate my opponent to protect this Dialga here, which he does. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to make the comeback. We're going to go for a Side Strike into the Spinda, and it's going to one-shot Spinda for sure at +6 special attack. So down goes the Spinda, and my opponent's last is going to be the Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Bulu can definitely KO me. Same thing with Dialga, so I have to hope that Dialga misses something or whatever. That's like my only win con at this point. However, I didn't even realize that, so I go for Side Strike into the Dialga because I'm like, look, if I'm going to kill anybody here, it's going to be the Dialga, so Dialga is going to get knocked out by +6 Side Strike. However, the Tapu Bulu is still alive, and now I'm going to get one shot. Or knocked out, not even one shot. Let's get knocked out by Hornleech. And we're going to lose to freaking Naruto. So Naruto did become Hokage. I did get body bagged by freaking a Verla's strategy. So if I appear on a Fan Friday, you guys know why. But that's going to be the end of this battle. We got destroyed, man. We did. But hey, I'm not even mad. I always lose to cheese strats with Dialga. I noticed that I lost to a Harvest Dialga strat, and I lost to a Contrary Dialga strat. Like, dear God help me. But yeah, let's move on to the next battle. Okay, my next opponent today is packing a very threatening rain team featuring Kyogre, Palkia, Tornadus, and Tapu Koko. But have you guys noticed something? There hasn't been Incineroar in 2 games! What? Is this really VGC?
No.
I guess Incineroar has fallen off of the radar a bit. Now it's only at about like 70% usage rate as opposed to like 85. So hey, Incineroar is falling off just a little bit. Just a little teeny weeny bit. As this time around, I'm packing Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, Pikachu, and Greninja, the same Pokemon I brought in the first battle. So let's just get into this battle versus my opponent today, who is wearing the Lady Gaga outfit. But hey, you know, I respect it. I respect that. So my opponent's gonna be leading off with the Kyogre and the Palkia, both legit shinies. They better be legit shinies, because since my opponent is in Japan, if they find out she hacked her Pokemon, she's going to jail. If you hack your console, you're going to jail, because everyone who hacks their console deserves jail time. So ignore that glitched background there. I know you guys saw how many turns there was in this battle. I'm sorry if that was somewhat spoiler, but this is professional content right here, so we can just pretend that did not happen. La 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 la. So I'm gonna protect here with my Mewtwo, expecting the Water Zema from the Palkia and Water Spout from Kyogre. So my opponent's gonna go for the Water Spout with Kyogre. She does outspeed her Palkia, which tells me she is Choice Scarf Kyogre most likely, though she could be Modest Palkia for all I know. Who knows? But now my opponent's gonna go for the Water Z move here with the Palkia. So I'm like, yes. Please target into Mewtwo. Please target into Mewtwo, though my opponent, she could have potentially targeted into my Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is definitely a threat. My opponents sleep on Jigglypuff. They see the Mewtwo and they're like, I gotta ignore the Jigglypuff, take out this Mewtwo immediately with the Hydro Vortex. But since we went for Protect, we're gonna be able to tank that, though not all that great because, you know, it's in the rain and it's a Zema from Palkia. But we're gonna go for the Endeavor here into Kyogre, bring him down to 1 HP. Absolutely amazing. So now Scarf Water Spout's going to do 0 damage, which is just beautiful. Beautiful, 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 as Pokemon would say. My opponent's gonna bring in his Tornadus here, another legit shiny. As now I'm gonna go for the win button here, the ally switch, expect my opponent to go for the attack into Jigglypuff. It seems weird, right? But I feel like my opponent's gonna, you know, figure out that Jigglypuff's a bigger threat in the situation as it is. My opponent tries to Flamethrower on a rain team. Flamethrower on a rain team, really? I guess Ferrothorn's a thing, but still. Side Strike is a nice 2-hit KO on the Palkia, which is very, very nice. And then my opponent's going to protect with this Palkia here, probably expecting Side Strike into that, as I'm actually going to protect on Mewtwo as well, expecting the Hydro Pump or Hurricane into Mewtwo slot. As now I'm going to go for the Snatch. Expect my opponent to want to go for Tailwind potentially. It was just to prevent Tailwind if my opponent wanted to go for it. As my opponent does go for Tailwind, so I was just flexing on my opponent here, going for the Snatch, stealing away the Tailwind. So now my Mewtwo actually outpaces Palkia, which is very, very nice. I feel like that Tailwind was so unnecessary, but my opponent went for it anyway because, you know, you gotta go for your speed control ASAP and VGC. So now I'm gonna go for a Side Strike here into the Palkia here to knock him out before he's able to go for a Hydro Pump into my Mewtwo. So down goes the Palkia. My opponent decides to target into the Jigglypuff, and the background's going to glitch out again. I'm sorry. But yeah, he's going to target down the Jigglypuff because my opponent realizes Jigglypuff's actually a bigger threat than Mewtwo is at this point. So down goes Jigglypuff. We're able to snatch Tailwind and bring Kyogre to 1 HP. So, you know, Jigglypuff did work, and Jigglypuff's actually carrying this team. She really is. It's so funny, man. It's actually so funny. My opponent's going to activate Electric Surge here with the legit shiny Tapu Koko as well. So my opponent has all 4 legit shinies. Of course. They better be legit. Otherwise, you already know jail time's coming for this lady over here. Here I'm going to fling the Select Berry at my Mewtwo for obvious reasons. We're going to nom 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 on the Select Berry, but more importantly, we're going to activate our weakness policy. And now we get to go for the Side Strike into the Tornadus. I was going to target into Tapu Koko, but since I have Pikachu left, I figured that the Tornadus was a bigger threat because Tapu Koko, unless it carries Dazzling Gleam, really can't touch my Pikachu. And since my opponent has the Electro Rod, I'm assuming he's actually a Assault Vest Tapu Koko, which was definitely a set I can see coming. It's actually like the most common set, I'm pretty sure. Though I could be wrong about that. I'm not really a big VGC player, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not a professional VGC player. I'm not Wolfie Glick. I'm sorry. He is definitely daddy. He's definitely the VGC dad, okay? I'm actually VGC mom. Wolfie Glick is VGC dad. I'm going to bring a Pikachu here, and Pikachu does that fake out to fake out the Tornadus. However, I'm going to go for Thunderbolt into Tapu Koko. As you do see, he has Assault Vest because that does no damage at all. You know, you might be wondering, like, oh, he's resistant, right? So why would it do damage? But it's because it's Life Out and Electric Terrain. It should have done more damage, but I guess he's Assault Vested. So we're going to Ice Beam the Tornadus. Down goes Tornadus. And my opponent's going to decide to go for a Sky Jump into my Pikachu to make it so that the Kyogre can just go for Water Spout and just win the game. So in comes Kyogre here. He is definitely Scout Kyogre, so now he can just go for Water Spout or Origin Pulse to win the game. Not Water Spout, he's at 1 HP. He's gonna go for Origin Pulse here, or he thinks he's gonna go for that. However, my Greninja has the Shadow Sneak. This is not what I was planning on using Shadow Sneak for on Greninja, but hey, it's working out. It's definitely working out. The Endeavor combination with Shadow Sneak is so clutch. Down goes the Kyogre, as now Skydrop is going to hit Pikachu for a really big chunk of damage considering we resist that move. And now we're going to go for Volt Tackle because I think that's Pikachu's final smash attack, so I gave a Volt Tackle just to do it. Volt Tackle is way more damage than Thunderbolt, so it definitely tells us he's Assault Vested. And ignore my dog in the background, I'm sorry. My opponent's going to go for Electro Rub. We were able to absorb it thanks to Lightning Rod. And now Electro Rub's going to do very little damage to my Greninja because we are Iced. We're actually Ghost type, not Ice type, my bad. But now I'm going to go for Thunderbolt here at +1 special attack and Electric Terrain. That will knock out Tapu Koko, and that's going to be the end of the battle. So good game to my opponent for sure. We're able to defeat the Rain team pretty comfortably. Good game to the Rain team, but let's move on to the next battle. Okay, my next opponent today, Lotus VGC. Of course, since he has VGC in his name, he's gonna pack Incineroar. My opponent also has Xerneas, Kartana, and Lunala. This time I'm packing Mewtwo, Lucario, my own Incineroar to match his Incineroar, and Jigglypuff. So how am I supposed to combat Incineroar Xerneas with this team? Find out, ladies and gents, because we're not using the Me First one, unfortunately. I was going to use Me First Lucario on this team, but then I decided I've used it before, I'm going to use something different. So yeah, my opponent leads up with the Incineroar and the Xerneas, like a typical 1500 VGC player. I lead up with my Mewtwo and my Lucario, anticipating the potential Incineroar Xerneas lead. Seeing that I have a Super Smash Bros. Theme team, I figured my opponent would feel safe enough leading off with his win con immediately, trying to win the match ASAP. That's how I catch these players. I use really weak teams to, put them in a false sense of security. They can just auto win with their Incineroar Xerneas. My opponent goes for Fake Out into Lucario, forgetting that Lucario, since it's also a furry Pokemon, it's immune to Incineroar's Fake Out. My opponent's going to go for the Geomancy with his Xerneas and activate his Power Herb and get all of those stat boosties with the Xerneas, of course. Now, this is where the Mewtwo EV spread kind of comes through, because my Mewtwo is 1 point slower than my Lucario, because my Lucario has the Copycat. So I'm actually going to Copycat my opponent's Geomancy with my own Lucario. So I'm going to go for Geomancy with Lucario as well. And we also have the Power Herb of our own, so we can also get a free Geomancy, which is very, very nice. So Lucario is role-playing a Xerneas in this battle. We're going to go for a Geomancy here. Now, the reason why Mewtwo is slower than Lucario is because I want to go for the power swap into Xerneas. So my opponent thought he could just fake out Lucario and just go for Geomancy for free, but no, he lost a special attack boost, and I have my own Geomancy boost with Lucario. So my opponent's going to switch out his Incineroar and bring out the Lunala, expecting a fighting type move into the Lunala slot. Into the Incineroar slot rather, as my opponent's going to go for the Moonblast into Lucario, but since he lost those special attack boosts, we're able to live. He does pivot into Aura Sphere very nicely, but I'm going to go for a +2 Side Strike into the Xerneas, which hits on the physical defense side, so Xerneas is going to get one shot. Down goes Xerneas, which is really, really nice for us. And now my opponent's going to bring back out the Incineroar yet again to, apply some more fake out pressure, and, Incineroar does threaten out both Lucario and Mewtwo with Flare Blitz and Knockoff, respectively, so that's totally understandable for sure. Now, I'm going to protect my Mewtwo here because I'm expecting my opponent to want to go for a Moongeist Beam into Mewtwo. So my opponent does go for Fake Out into Mewtwo as well, realizing that it doesn't work on Lucario. I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere directly into the Incineroar here, because Incineroar is a pretty big threat. It's actually a bigger threat than Lunala is at the moment. So down goes the Incineroar to the Aura Sphere. It is now my opponent's actually going to go for the signature Lunala Z move. So now we have a nice 40-second animation to sit through, which is really, really nice. Trying to secure that 10-minute ad revenue for my video, even though we're already over 20 minutes at this point, but it's okay. My opponent's going to go for the, I forgot what the Z move is called, Menacing Moonrays Maelstrom. It's not Maelstrom, it's Maelstrom. I forgot about that. So he's going to send us into a wormhole and then fly into us, fly into the wormhole. Ooh, oh wow. Mewtwo's going to get freaking Z move through Protect, which is really cool. Now he's going to shoot a bunch of beams at us. This animation is so long. Oh my god. Okay, so he goes for the Menacing Maelstrom as we're able to protect ourselves. Inactivate our weakness policy through Protect. I didn't think that was possible, but here we are. Z moves getting counterplayed by Protect weakness policy. That is amazing. And my opponent's going to bring on his Kartana, and Kartana is such an issue for me to deal with. However, I'm going to protect my Lucario here from the potential Sacred Sword from the Kartana, because I want my Lucario to live. My opponent does go for the Sacred Sword into Lucario like anticipated, as now my opponent's going to go for a Moongeist Beam into my Mewtwo. My Mewtwo is very, very slow, like I said, so Lunala does outspeed us. Going to go for the Moongeist Beam into the Mewtwo, which will knock us off from that range of health. So down goes our Mewtwo to the Moongeist Beam. Unfortunately, we were able to, you know, neutralize Xerneas with the Mewtwo, so I figured it did its work. We're gonna bring in Incineroar here to intimidate the Kartana, and we can also threaten out the Lunala with, you know, knockoff and stuff like that. So we bring in Incineroar here, but my way to beat Lunala is to go for a Copycat as well. This isn't my only way to beat it, of course. I have Incineroar, but I'm gonna Copycat, go for Moongeist Beam, go for Lucario's final smash, freaking shoot the Moongeist Beam right at Lunala, and that +2 special attack, that will knock out Lunala. We get a crit, which probably didn't matter because Moongeist Beam does ignore abilities. Down goes Lunala, so his Shadow Shield was not active. My opponent will knock out my Lucario with the Sacred Sword, so down goes Lucario, unfortunately. But we got the freaking Moongeist Beam off and the Geomancy off with Lucario, which is amazing for us. And now we're gonna go for the signature Incineroar Z move here, because Shaniqua has to go for the daddy Incineroar Z move. So now we're freaking right in the ring, and we're gonna teach Kartana who's really boss. I also went for that on the off chance the Copycat Moongeist Beam targeted into the Kartana instead of the Lunala, because Copycat just randomly target whatever your opponent has. So we're gonna go for the freaking Darkest Lariat Z move, and we're going to do a bunch of damage to Kartana, but Kartana is fair and balanced with the Ferrothorn level defense stats, able to live. But now I'm gonna bring in my Jigglypuff here, and Jigglypuff with the Friend Guard, it should allow Incineroar to live a Sacred Sword. However, we're just gonna go for the Ally Switch just to be on the safe side. We're gonna click that win button, swap positions with Incineroar, as now my opponent's gonna go for the Sacred Sword into Jigglypuff as we're able to live at 11 HP. And now we're gonna go for the Darkest Lariat, spin like a fidget spinner, and yeah, we're going to knock out the Kartana. So down goes Kartana to the Darkest Lariat, and we're able to defeat my opponent thanks to the freaking Copycat Lucario coming in clutch, man. That Lucario set is so funny. I like me first Lucario a little bit more, but the Copycat Geomancy is so clutch as well. But let's move on to the last battle of this video. Alrighty, our fifth and final opponent for this video, Mr. Handsome. Ooh, hello there, Handsome. How you doing? Is packing a very scary team for us to deal with. He's packing Scrafty over Incineroar. Like, hello?
WeedleTwineedle is a dickhead.
Why would you handicap yourself like that and not use Incineroar? Like, what is this guy doing? Low ladder players, man. Like, I'm saying that as I'm also a low ladder player, but I'm also using a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate theme team, so give me a break, okay? He's also packing Xerneas, Solgaleo, and Amoonguss, as this time around we're packing Mewtwo, Lucario, yet again, Greninja, and since my opponent did not bring Incineroar, we gotta show him the true power of Incineroar. Maybe my opponent will learn his lesson and start using Incineroar religiously, enjoy the VGC clan. So let's get into this final battle against Mr. Handsome. So we're gonna be leading off with our Lucario and our Mewtwo, so my opponent's gonna be leading off with the Scrafty and the Xerneas. So maybe my opponent doesn't have Intimidate Litten. Like, that's my only thing I can think of. Maybe he just can't get his hands on an Intimidate Litten. I don't know, but there's no reason to use Scrafty, and that's when there's Xerneas in every single team, there's just no reason to ever use Scrafty. Like, Hitmontop's understandable because of Wide Guard, but why use Scrafty? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, use Smeargle, Hitmontop, and Incineroar. Get this Scrafty both out of here. Like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Scrafty. I puke on your Scrafty. So my opponent's gonna go for Fake Out Geomancy, like every low-lighter VGC player does, but we are here on the WeedleTwineedle channel to teach these people a lesson. So my opponent's gonna go for the Geomancy like a noob because we have the Inner Focus Copycat, because everyone just forgets Lucario gets Inner Focus because no one uses Lucario, which is understandable because Lucario is not very good. However, we're gonna go for a Geomancy here with our own Lucario thanks to Copycat, and we're going to get our Power Herb activated. So we're going to Copycat all those stat boosties from the Xerneas as well. We're gonna get some major deja vu in this first turn. It's pretty much the exact same turn 1 as the previous battle. So yeah, we're gonna get the Geomancy boost, and now we're gonna go for the power swap here and get rid of those special attack boosts on the Xerneas. Sadly, Xerneas still has the special defense and speed boost because it's not like guard swap. But speed swap, this is something I have to rant about, because speed swap is not like a power swap or guard swap. It actually swaps the speed stat and not the speed stat changes, which is really weird because it's like an inconsistency with the moves, and that's just something I want to complain about. But for some reason, like the Scrafty lives a +2 Aura Sphere, and then Xerneas lives the +2 Side Strike at like 1 HP, like a smidgen of HP, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And now we get knocked out by the low kick, which is just so tragic. I'm mad about that. But now we're gonna bring out our Greninja here, as I'm expecting my opponent to target the Mewtwo down with the Scrafty here, but I need to kill this Xerneas ASAP, and since Xerneas outspeeds me at the moment, we have to go for the Shadow Sneak here. And even though Shadow Sneak was put on this Greninja to target my own Mewtwo for the weakness policy strat, I have not used Shadow Sneak on my Mewtwo once in this video, which is kind of sad, but like, hey, it's really hard to execute some of my strategies consistently, so I gotta do what I gotta do, man, to get these wins, you know what I'm saying? So, in comes Solgaleo here, and Solgaleo is such a big problem for my Mewtwo, because Mewtwo cannot touch Solgaleo or Scrafty, so we're gonna fling the Select Berry at the Mewtwo here, and we're going to consume our Select Berry. Of course, we're able to outspeed the Solgaleo in case he has max speed, but more importantly, we're going to activate our weakness policy, giving us +1 attack and +4 special attack, because we did power swap the Xerneas. Now we're at +4 special attack. My opponent's going to go for the Sunsteel Strike here, and it should knock out my Mewtwo, or potentially knock us out, but he targets Greninja instead, probably expecting Dark Pulse or something, as we're able to live at 7 HP, which wasn't what I was expecting. We're going to go for Recycle here to get the weakness policy back, so my opponent goes for a knockoff into Mewtwo, so I'm like, please live knockoff, please live knockoff, please live knockoff, as we live the knockoff and activate our second weakness policy in 1 turn. Like, that felt so good. But now we're going to switch out of our Greninja here and bring in Incineroar, because right now Mewtwo's only offensive move is Side Strike, and while Side Strike can't touch either Solgaleo or Scrafty, so I need to go for the power swap onto the Furry Wrestler to give Incineroar all of the power. So now Incineroar is at +6 special attack and +3 attack, which is pretty scary for Incineroar. Sadly, my Incineroar doesn't have any sort of special attacks because it's a physical attacker. Probably should have given it like Flamethrower or something, but whatever. My opponent's gonna go for Sunsteel Strike into Mewtwo, and that's going to knock me out. Down goes our Mewtwo, sadly, as my opponent's gonna go for the knockoff into the Scrafty, or into the Incineroar with the Scrafty, as we do have the Dark Sea Crystal, so we don't really take any damage at all there. Now we're gonna bring in our Greninja here, and our last move on Greninja is the Mat Block, which is pretty much like a protect for your ally, but it only works on the first turn, and it's not priority, so it's like a really move. I wish it was priority. Mat Block really should be a priority move, but it's not. It should be priority like Fake Out, but it's not, and that's just so disappointing because it makes it a really shitty move. We're gonna go for the Flame Charge here with our Incineroar and get increased speed. Now that you guys have seen Flame Charge, you should be able to guess what my last move is on the Incineroar, because I've used like this move on Incineroar like a bajillion times, but like, hey, maybe some of you guys won't see this coming, and pretend to be impressed, guys. Just pretend to be impressed. Pretend that you did not see this coming, okay? Just pretend to be like, oh, I can't believe it. WeedleTwineedle is using Power Trip Incineroar. I can't believe it. Power Trip's going to one-shot Amoonguss. Down goes the Amoonguss, and the Solgaleo is going to go take his Ice Beam, right? And we're praying we get Freeze here, because he's going to superpower my Incineroar, and I'm unsure if I can live that. Sadly, we do not get the Freeze hacks, and the superpower is going to hit the Incineroar, but Incineroar is such a dad. It lives at 15 HP, because Incineroar is very, very thick. Incineroar is the thickest dad around in town, and now my opponent's going to go for Protect for no reason, by the way, just to go for Protect, and I'm like, well, I don't know what. We're ending this off with Shadow Sneak from Greninja. I just go for Shadow Sneak just for a little bit of chip damage there. That was pretty much unnecessary, because we're going to go for the Incineroar Z move. So we're going to go for the Shaniqua stance, and Incineroar's going to drop down from the ceiling, and we're going to go for the, what is this Z move called again? I don't even remember because I've never like used it before this battle. We're gonna go for the malicious moonsault. Yeah, so Incineroar's gonna smirk at the camera, run around, jump up on the ring, and we're gonna point up at the sky. We're gonna jump up and fall on him, and then we're gonna crush the Solgaleo to death and one-shot him through Protect. So down goes Solgaleo. How dare you try to stall out this battle with Protect? Down goes Solgaleo, and we're able to defeat my opponent, Mr. Handsome, with the very handsome Incineroar. So Incineroar came clutch there at the end. I finally got to showcase the power swap into Incineroar, which is what I was trying to do this entire video, but like it's kind of hard to find openings like that in the VGC metagame since the metagame is so oppressive, and yeah, it's really hard to do stuff like that. But hey, at the very least, we're able to showcase the Incineroar strat and why we have power swap. We also have power swap for like Lucario and Pikachu and Greninja and stuff like that, but it was mainly on there for the Incineroar because I was trying to make some cool ideas with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Theme Team, but like you're kind of restricted with what you can do. So yeah, and I've already heard you guys commenting, why didn't you use Pichu on this team? You should have used Pichu to Pikachu. Okay, Pichu made it to freaking finals of the Genesis tournament, so I don't want to hear that. That's your Pichu spotlight right there, okay? Pichu is the GOAT. And then the Pokemon trainer uses like Charizard, Ivysaur, and Squirtle, and I'm like, I ain't using those Pokemon in VGC. Hell no, so I didn't use those Pokemon either. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Theme Team regardless of the fact I didn't use every Pokemon from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But hey, I did my best, okay? I did my best. If you guys enjoyed this video and really want to support my channel and what I do here on YouTube, be sure to leave a like on the video. It may seem like an annoying thing that I say in every one of my videos, but it really helps me out so much. Like it really does. It keeps my channel relevant in the dead era of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it, it tickles YouTube's algorithm and makes them squirt my videos in the sub boxes and stuff like that. And I really do appreciate all of you guys who leave thumbs up on my videos and take the time to watch my videos all the way through. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means the world to me. But anyways, we're going to move on to the question of the day, which is going to be, who is your main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate if you guys play that game? But if you don't play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, tell me what your main character was in previous Smash Bros. Games. Let me know in the comments down below what characters you enjoy playing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and what your mains are in general and what your least favorite characters are to play against, because I'm sure you guys have those on there. My favorite characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, this may seem really typical, but my main characters are Zelda and Peach because they're like princesses and they're like so cool and cute. And I know Peach is like OP, but like she's so hard to play, and I just started learning like how to float cancel, and she's still like so hard. Like I watched Samsora play and I'm like, how does he do it? And I love Samsora, by the way. He's my favorite Smash Bros. Player. But yeah, that's the question of the day. Let me know in the comments down below who your main character is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh yeah, my least favorite character to play against. Let me think of one. Probably the Mii sword fighter, because I have no idea what the Mii players do, but they're so good at their play, at their like characters, and like they just destroy me every time I face them, and I'm like, how do I even beat these guys? I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. If you watched this video to this point, be sure to comment saying that Incineroar is dead. Even if you're not a furry, just make sure to comment that. I'm not a furry either, but Incineroar is still my dad nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll check you guys next time. If you're watching till this point in the video, then shoutouts to you. Thank you so much for the support. Like the fact that you watched like 30 minutes of me just talking about Pokemon really means so much to me, but I'm just gonna take a few minutes. There's no more Pokemon content, so feel free to click off if you're not interested, but I'm gonna explain to you guys where my uploads have been, because I feel like I owe you guys an explanation on where I've been and why it's taking me so damn long to put out these videos. You guys are probably like, Weedle, what's up with you? Like, come on, man, hurry up. But yeah, first of all, I just want to clarify that these lack of uploads isn't entirely due to me being burnt out of Pokemon. Like, I am slightly burnt out of Pokemon. Ultra Sun and Moon is boring. Every single metagame, NU, PU, UU, RU, OU, VGC is so stale. It's like, if you left a bag of chips open for 2 weeks and try to eat it, that's how it feels to play like Pokemon. Like, that's how it feels to play Pokemon right now. But that's not actually why I'm not uploading videos. I actually have tons of battles backed up that I can narrate and edit and post at any time. Which you guys probably like, then why don't you do it, Weedle? Like, for example, I made the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate theme team like well over a month ago. Yet I'm now just uploading this video. And the main reason behind that is because I'm just not satisfied or happy with the quality of my content. I feel like the quality of my videos has just gone down and are not up to par to what they used to be, and no matter what I do, I'm just unhappy with the video editing, narration, and feel the videos aren't even remotely entertaining, which is just, I guess that's being hard on myself, but not really. Like, I've re-narrated this video at least 10 times, and I've erased many video edits thinking they were not funny at all. Yeah, I'm still just unhappy with this video even after posting it. I still don't think that's being too hard on myself. I feel these videos are not where they should be. Like, for example, I have many speaking mistakes, I talk way too quickly, and I usually don't fully explain my mindset in battles, especially VGC, for example, or why I made a certain move, and that just leads to like a negative viewing experience, and overall that just really demoralizes me watching videos back and just seeing all the mistakes I made, and it kind of sucks because I know that many of you guys really do enjoy and look forward to these videos, and you don't want to sit there waiting for them, and I feel really crappy that my mindset has impacted how consistently I upload my videos, and has resulted in, at least from what I imagine, a more negative viewing experience. And to that, I'm just really sorry. Like, it really sucks, because how can I expect my fan base to stay interested in me and my content and look forward to my videos when I barely upload? Like, I would lose interest if a weekly TV show started releasing episodes every other week or every few weeks to a month for no good reason at all. That's where I feel I'm at this point, which is such a shitty feeling, because to all of you guys to take time out of your day to watch my content, I don't take that lightly. The fact that you guys take so much time out of your day to watch my content really means so much to me, and the fact that I'm letting you guys down just is such an awful feeling. And I'm really trying to work on this and myself. Like, I've talked to my therapist about this. I don't know what it is. It's just this negative mindset. I can't snap out of it. I don't know what it is, but I promise you guys that I will snap out of this rut. I will provide some really good content eventually. Just give me some time to figure it out. I'm not quitting YouTube or anything like that. I'm not quitting Pokemon or anything like that. A few months ago, during the whole Realistify drama, I was debating on just completely abandoning my YouTube channel and going to Twitch, and honestly, I had that mindset because YouTube demonetized every single one of my videos, and to be honest, most of my videos, when I upload them, are demonetized, so I literally earn nothing off of them. And it's honestly just YouTube RNG, because I've uploaded videos like 5 times, and then 1 out of 5 times it doesn't get demonetized. I don't understand how YouTube's thing works. I really don't, but yeah, that's another thing that demoralizes me. So I was debating on just moving to Twitch and just streaming on there as opposed to focusing on YouTube. But when I did that, many of my longtime viewers were really disappointed in me and the fact that I was just abandoning my YouTube channel and what I did on here. And they definitely had the right to feel that way. Like, the only thing I really streamed, the few streams I did do, was a randomizer Nuzlocke. And not everyone's going to enjoy watching that, especially since it's like a mainstream PokeTuber thing to do. And I'm pretty much not like that. So for me to do something like that is very out of character. But yeah, many of my Twitch streams, not many people really enjoyed, and it's definitely understandable because it's very different from the content I do put out. And to be honest, me going to Twitch was just me running away from my issues and running away from YouTube. But running away from YouTube is understandable because YouTube is an awful platform that, treats their, content creators awfully, and they don't care about them at all. Like, they will delete your channel like that and don't care about the fact that it was your job or anything like that. YouTube is honestly an awful platform, and they really, 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 really are awful in every single way. I could rant about YouTube for hours, dude. I really could, but I'm not going to do that here. But I have been running away from my issues, and as opposed to facing them head on. I've been keeping you guys in the dark about this for a while. Like, the past 6 months, I've been feeling like this, which is why my uploads have been so slow. And I really do apologize for putting all of you guys through this and me being a negative Nancy, but I promise you guys that I will escape out of this mindset. And I think the first step of escaping this mindset was to let you guys know what was going on with me and why I've been so inconsistent lately with my videos, and the quality of my videos has gone down significantly. But yeah, that's gonna be the main explanation of why I haven't been uploading. I've also just been sidetracked by Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, hence why I made this theme team in the first place, and the meme at the beginning, like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate over Pokemon, hehe XD. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. I've been rambling at this point, and now I'm a little bit emotional because I haven't really explained that to anybody at all, and I just kind of like left it all out to, thousands of people. But that's gonna be the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys have watched to this point and have listened to what I had to say, you can let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I understand. I just figure I owe you guys an explanation on where I've been and why I've been so inconsistent. But thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys in my next video whenever I do upload that. But I'll check you guys next time. Bye.